Hello, I'm Walking Tall 202, and this is a show called The Young Critics. My friend isn't here right now, and this isn't exactly a reviewing segment, but it's an idea segment to where I had a sequel to The Dark Knight. Not The Dark Knight Returns, because that involves a lot of different aspects, but I had it to where it's called Batman Condemned. If you don't like the title, tell me, post your comment. And it's about Batman, and well, it starts off with the ceremony of Harvey Dent's death, and everyone's there: Bruce, Alfred, and everybody, including the Commissioner Gordon, Mayor, and Selina Kyle. That's how Selina Kyle and Bruce meet. And so that could carry on into a different film if they wanted to, if they even looked at this. But so a fake pallbearer with the Riddler, kind of like what the Joker had done in The Dark Knight, to where it's one of Riddler's henchmen, and he just pulls out a gun and shoots the mayor. Of course the guy is subdued, but the Riddler comes up with some other men with all these and they're all armed, and the Riddler informs the city that it will not go on anymore, that it can't go on, it's condemned to die along with the Batman. And so the Riddler says, if Batman wants to stop crime, end the Batman, because without the Batman the freaks wouldn't be there anyway. But the Riddler doesn't get one thing: the crime would only escalate and escalate, and that's what the film's about, escalation, like they said, and it deals with escalation in that way. And so it's about Batman having to figure out all these riddles from the Riddler, and what's actually going on is the Riddler is working with the Penguin to become the mayor, because the mayor is dead. And all this is going on, and Barbara Gordon actually comes back from college. Barbara Gordon Jr. They never talk about her, but I think it'd be a great idea. She comes back from college, I guess on spring break. They could fill that in. And what happens is that she is shot like in the comic books, but I don't know if they can necessarily pull off the Joker, because if he was out, it wouldn't be the same story. It would just revolve around the Joker again. So I had the idea of involving Harley Quinn, and she's doing the Joker's bidding from Arkham Asylum. That way he's not directly tied to all these crimes. And that's what makes the Joker so unpredictable. And so Harley Quinn shoots and paralyzes Barbara Gordon Jr., and that's how she becomes the Oracle, and that's how she informs Batman and Nightwing. I'll tell you about Nightwing. That's how she informs Batman and Nightwing on where they should go and what all's happening and all that. But it's never the same, because Commissioner Gordon wants to hunt down the man that did this, and Batman ensures that Barbara will get justice, and she does. That could go on to another film as well. And so the Riddler wants Penguin to become mayor so that Penguin can run the city straight into the ground, because the Penguin controls the crime in the city too, and that's how Dick Grayson's parents get killed, and that's why Dick Grayson ends up with Bruce. So he does that, and the Penguin kills Dick Grayson's parents, and Dick Grayson is asked if he wants to live with Bruce Wayne. And Bruce Wayne is asked if he would mind taking care of this young man. And so he does, because Commissioner Gordon told him, you know, you're one and the same, Bruce. Your parents were both killed by some guy like Joe Chill. And then Bruce says, yeah, you're right, I'll take him in. And Alfred believes that he should just come clean, because, like in Batman Begins, he waited so long to tell Rachel, and what happened is Rachel ended up dead. And that's why Bruce doesn't want to tell, because he's worried that Dick will end up dead, kind of like Jason Todd, but that's an entirely different thing. So Dick is fed up with not knowing, And he goes to Wayne Enterprises. He knows that Bruce is working on something big, and he actually takes the suit prototype named Nightwing, because the memory cloth, it's not a cape, it's a pack that attaches, like Christopher Nolan had the idea of bringing in a pack with the cape on it, and it expands from the wrist all the way down to the waist in a wing-like fashion, and that's why they call it the Nightwing. That's why Lucius calls it the Nightwing. And speaking of Lucius, Dick Grayson runs into Lucius, and he sees Dick Grayson with the suit in the box. Not a Batman cowl, but a suit in the box. And he asks him, "Are you sure you have to do this?" And he says, he shakes his head and says, "No, but it's what I should do. It's what we all should do." I think that's a good line. I'm not sure how I came up with it, but it sounded great to me. If you don't like that, tell me. And so, in doing all of this, the Riddler isn't happy with what the Penguin thought he would do. He thought he would just destroy the city, and then Riddler could help level it back up. And so, in doing all of that, the Riddler's disappointed. He wants to take control back, and the Penguin doesn't allow that. Once the Penguin's in control, the Penguin's in control. He's the mayor of the city. I mean, geez. And so he basically puts out a warrant, if you could do this, a warrant for the Riddler's arrest and Batman's arrest. And in doing so, there's this three-way death match going with the Batman, the Riddler, and the Penguin, because Batman wants to prevent the mayor/Penguin from causing any more crime, so he wants to show the people that the Penguin is this dirty, thieving SOB. And he wants to stop the Riddler from destroying the city, because, like he said in Batman Begins, it's not beyond saving, and I believe that. And that's why he needs the help of Oracle and the Nightwing, especially Lucius Fox, because without Lucius, the technology is gone. I don't care what you say. They could bring in somebody else, but it would just be too much of a hassle. And I love the idea of Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox. And so, in doing all of this, it's called Batman Condemned. If you like the title name, again, tell me. If you like what I had to say, tell me, because I want this to be a pretty good film and a sequel, because it deals with Escalation, I think, and then it deals with some really good comic book ideas with Barbara Gordon becoming the Oracle. And tell me what you think. Comment, subscribe, I don't even care. But just tell me what you think, and I'd love to have the feedback. This is Walking Tall, signing out.